Well, yes, so the India-UK Comprehensive Trade Agreement, which was signed in 2025, somewhere in June or July last year, is all set to come into effect today. That is the 15th of July 2026. And a whole host of sectors are likely to benefit as a result of that. The trade agreement says that the bilateral trade between UK and India is likely to jump 2 times by 2030. It also means that tariffs on 99% export goods to UK will be cut. India has opened 89.5% tariff lines for UK into the Indian market, and 24.5% of exports get immediate duty-free access. Those are largely the 4 main benefits across sectors for India as well as the UK market. Let's put the spotlight on a couple of products which get duty-free access in the UK market. Processed food, vegetable oil, we also have transportation and other auto products which are exported, leather and footwear, electrical machinery, we have textiles. Textile is one big factor and one big sector that will tend to benefit as a result of this. Wood, paper and a couple of other products which will get duty-free access to the UK market. Other than that, we also have base metals, machinery, minerals and a couple of other products which include dairy. Dairy, of course, is a sensitive sector for a market like India, and hence India has safeguarded sensitive sectors like dairy, cereal, we have millets. We also have pulses and a couple of other products that are flashing for you on your screen. So these are some sectors and products which India has safeguarded as a part of India-UK bilateral trade agreement. But 2 sectors which are likely to be in focus on the back of this, one from the alcohol beverage industry, and that is because import duty on whisky from 150% currently is likely to come down to 75% immediately, and over a period of next 10 years this duty will come down to 40%. Meanwhile, UK built vehicles which are imported into India, from the current 110% duty, the duty will gradually come down to 10% over the next 10-year period. So these are 2 sectors which are likely to be in focus on the back of this reduction in customs duty as a result of India-UK bilateral trade agreement. Meanwhile, British goods will also get free access into the Indian market, and hence competition for these sectors back home in India is likely to rise. One of them, of course, is chocolate, soft drinks, non-alcoholic beer. We also have gingerbread, sweet biscuits, auto parts, machinery, textile and mechanical tech devices. These are some sectors where competition in the Indian market is likely to increase because British players will now be able to export into India without any kind of duties. Let's also talk about India and UK's trade then. In FY22, India's exports to the UK stood at about $10.5 billion, while imports stood at about $7 billion US. Fast forward to FY26, we have exports which have risen to a solid $13.5 billion US, and imports meanwhile stood at about $12 billion US. So that's how the trend has been for import and export into the UK market from the Indian market. So that's how the statistics plays up. Meanwhile, we also have Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has said that it creates unprecedented opportunities for our textiles, leather, gems and jewelry, engineering goods, marine products, chemicals, processed foods, MSMEs, farmers and manufacturers. It also opens new frontiers for our IT, professional, financial, education and business services sectors, while expanding mobility for Indian talent. So that's the view coming in from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But yes, several sectors, especially some like textile, are in focus on the back of this India-UK FTA coming into effect from today.